Welcome. This is Majesty Sussex Report, and I'm Antonio. Thank you for spending some of your valuable time here with us. So, today I wanted to talk about this photograph because facts are usually the first casualty when the royal commemorate sent blood. It's the first thing to go, the facts. So, usually I like to start with the facts. It is a photograph of a family walking along a tree lined path. In the distance, we see Prince Harry beside his son, Prince Archie. Behind them walks Princess Lilibeth. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is the one taking the photograph. That's our assumption, since she's not in the photograph. There are flowers in their hands, that is, in the hands of Prince Harry and Prince Archie. That is what the photograph shows. It does not show Princess Diana's grave. It does not show the island where she is buried. It does not show a headstone, a burial ceremony, or children being prepared to pose beside a tomb. It shows a father walking with his children through the grounds of the estate where their grandmother grew up. It is reasonable to believe that they may have been going to pay their respects to Diana. But even that is an inference drawn from the flowers and the location. The photograph itself records nothing more intrusive than a family walking together. Althorp is not a forbidden monastery concealed behind iron gates and a vow of eternal silence. It is a historic estate that officially opens its house and grounds to visitors during the summer. People walk these paths. People visit the gardens. People take photographs of the estate. Yet, place the perfectly ordinary photograph before the British tabloid press, and something almost alchemical occurs. A path becomes a crime scene. Flowers become evidence. A son remembering his mother becomes an act of commercial exploitation. And Meghan, because it must always be about Meghan, becomes the accused. The headlines arrive with all the restraint of a mob carrying torches, and I mean that. Meghan sparks outrage. No shame, ghoulish, vulgar, huh, tasteless, exploitative. Then came the customary procession of invisible witnesses. King Charles was supposedly shocked. Queen Camilla was reportedly offended. Prince William was said to be livid. Unnamed insiders apparently knew what everyone felt, what everyone feared, and what everyone intended to do next. And notice the language on which this entire industry survives. People believe, it appears, many assume, a source claims William is likely to be livid. Hypothesis is placed upon speculation. Speculation is dressed as reporting, and reporting is then recycled as confirmation. By the third article, the conjecture has become a fact. By the fifth, well, Meghan has apparently marched onto Diana's grave with a camera crew, a merchandising department, and a cash register. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Yes, Meghan would do that, wouldn't she? None of which is in the photograph, by the way. But the photograph was never the point, was it? The point was to manufacture a moral offense and then appoint Meghan as its perpetrator, as they usually do. And now let me introduce to you Madame Rebecca English. Yes, that same Rebecca English. She declared herself astonished at the Sussexes would share holiday photographs after speaking about privacy. Let me stop here for a second. I am just sick and tired that these uneducated people who call themselves journalists, who work in the British media, cannot open a dictionary or perhaps just on their keyboard, type in the word privacy. Let me spell it for you. Privacy. Privacy or privacy, however you may like to pronounce it. Perhaps Rebecca English requires the principal translation into terms closer to home so that she can understand what privacy really means. So, suppose a newspaper noticed a visible change in her appearance. Suppose anonymous sources began whispering that she had used a particular weight loss medication. Suppose another source insisted it was an extreme exercise routine. No evidence, naturally, just people believe, friends are concerned, and an insider claims. Then, suppose reporters began contacting people connected to her partner's workplace, searching for fragments of private information that could be switched into a story about her home life. Suppose they photographed her movements, examined her purchases, and invited television commentators to speculate about what she was hiding. Would that be acceptable? Because Rebecca English appears on television, writes for a national newspaper, and maintains a public profile. Would it be acceptable to do all those things? Of course not. Her public work would not make her medical information public property. Her professional visibility would not cancel her right to choose what she reveals about her body, her relationship, or her private life. Publishing an article or appearing on a program would not amount to signing away every boundary she possesses. And that is precisely the distinction she appears unwilling to extend to Harry and Meghan. Choosing to share a family photograph is not an invitation to investigate every private moment surrounding it. Showing the public one carefully selected image does not give reporters permission to pursue the family medical records, security arrangements, private conversations, or children. Privacy is not the total absence of public expression. Privacy is the right to control the boundaries. Rebecca English would understand that principle immediately were her own body, partner, and family placed beneath the tabloid microscope. Yet, when the subject is Meghan, the boundary is treated as hypocrisy, an intrusion in rebranded as journalism. The rule cannot be that privacy belongs to the journalist, but not to the person she covers. Public interest is not the same thing as public curiosity, and being visible does not make a human being public property. Madame Rebecca English. So let me make this very clear for all the dunce journalists at the very back of the room and all of their derangers. This is a remarkably convenient misunderstanding of the word privacy on behalf of Rebecca English. Privacy does not mean disappearing from human civilization. It does not require a person to abandon social media, stop taking photographs, or live behind permanently closed curtains. Privacy is the right to decide what parts of your life are shared, when they are shared, how they are shared, and by whom. A mother choosing to publish one photograph of her family does not grant newspapers ownership of every other moment. A father sharing the backs of his children's head does not surrender their faces, their location, their school routine, or their security. Consent is not hypocrisy. Choice is not contradiction, Madame Rebecca English. And publishing one photograph does not give the press permission to pursue, surveil, harass, or invent stories about the people in it. What Rebecca English appears to resent is not that the Sussexes lack privacy, it's that they retain control. You see, the photograph came from Meghan. It was selected by Meghan and Harry. It was published on Meghan's terms on her social media. There was no telephoto lens through a hedge, no photographer chasing a vehicle, no newspaper purchasing a stolen moment, no royal correspondent positioning him or herself as the indispensable interpreter between the family and the public. And that, my friends, that is the true offense. The Sussexes have demonstrated that they can communicate without the royal rota. Ooh, that's dangerous, isn't it? The middle person are no longer required. Did you hear that? The middle person is no longer required. So the middle person must convince the public that direct communication is somehow immoral. The same machinery was visible during the Sussexes' visit to Australia. Meghan wore clothing during charitable engagements. An outside fashion platform, which she has invested in, identified what she wore, as fashion platforms routinely do. From that, commentators constructed an accusation that Meghan was somehow using hospital patients, vulnerable children, and victims of tragedy to sell her wardrobe. A garment became a moral indictment. An app became evidence of exploitation. A hospital visit became a commercial conspiracy. Not because the evidence demonstrated it, but because the accusation was useful. It allowed broadcasters to describe Meghan as vile, lazy, calculating, and cruel, while presenting their own cruelty as public service. That, my friends, is not analysis. It is narrative laundering. First, invent the ugliest possible motive. Second, repeat it across newspapers, television programs, social accounts, and royal commentary channels. Third, report the reaction to the accusation as though the reaction proves the accusation. And finally, when Meghan refuses to answer every invented charge, describe her silence as suspicious. Hmm, it is an elegant little racket, isn't it? But there is something specially indecent, I propose, about using Princess Diana's memory to conduct it.
Did Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex, formerly known as Meghan Markle, post Princess Diana's final resting place on her latest Instagram photo dump of her family's vacation to Europe? Let's first look at her Instagram, because that's where we're going to find the proof, right? As we can see, there is no proof. There are no photos of Princess Diana's final resting place. There aren't even any photos of Princess Diana's memorial. If you want to know what her memorial looks like, here we have from Charles Spencer's Instagram when he posted Princess Diana's memorial after it was refurbished. We do know from the photos that the family was there visiting Althorp and visiting Charles Spencer, and also some super sleuths already figured out that the family was going to be there because Althorp House has its own Instagram page, and it was going to be closed for 2 days in July. That lined up with the timeline that Meghan and Harry were supposed to be in the UK. The photos that Meghan shared when they were on the Althorp estate are photos that you can quite literally find online, like the one with Lily in the background. Then you have like Archie and Harry walking a little bit further than her. Yeah, you can find those photos online when you look up Althorp Gardens.
We are now told that Charles and Camilla were supposedly wounded by the image, that they considered the moment too sacred to share. Oh my. That they were concerned about Diana's dignity. Am I am I in an am I in like the Twilight Zone? It's just it's just okay. Let me ah deep breath. Deep breath. Well, oh well, oh well. You know, there are moments when the hypocrisy becomes so grand that one almost has to admire the architecture. I mean, really, really. King Charles and his queen consort mistress, mother, father, whatever you want to call her, hers, Camilla, are entitled to whatever private feelings they may have. What they are not entitled to is historical amnesia, which it seems that that entire island seems to have lately. Diana herself described the devastation of her marriage in unforgettable terms.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were three of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
That was not Meghan speaking. That was Diana, in case you forgot. The woman whose memory these anonymous sources now claim to be protecting told the world what that relationship had done to her, in her own words. And now the tabloid press expects us to believe that the great custodians of Diana's sacred memory are the very institution and personalities whose conduct caused her such public anguish. I mean, how stupid do they think we are? Just because you have a bunch of idiots that follow you and believe everything you say, don't for 1 second believe the rest of the world. Don't see how stupid you all are. Oh, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Because apparently, a quiet photograph of Diana's son, let me repeat that, her son and grandchildren walking through her childhood home is the desecration. Is it? I wonder. I wonder if we were to take a picture, if Rebecca English took a picture of her visiting a sacred place for her, whether it's a burial location or a tomb or temple or whatever, wherever she goes. And Dad had some anonymous sources tell us how awful it was. That she had no right to visit that place. I wonder how she would feel, you know? I wonder how all of these little rats would feel. But the betrayal, humiliation, and misery Diana described during her lifetime must be filed under ancient history and never mentioned in polite company. Is that the case, my dears? Is that the case? How very convenient. And then, of course, there is the matter of the supposedly private reunion with the king. For weeks, the Sussexes were warned through the press that they could not be trusted. My. They would leak. They would disclose private conversations. They would turn a family meeting into content. They would. Yet Harry and Meghan did not publicly reveal the substance of that meeting. The public learned the location. The public learned the attended. The public learned how long it reportedly lasted. The public was told that the arrangement was secret. The public was told that Camilla had rearranged her schedule. Oh my goodness. How good of her. The public was even told that Charles had demanded, because he's such a strong, confident king that has a backbone and a spine. He demanded confidentiality. And where did these intimate details appear? In the press. In the press reports, quoting sources close to the palace and the monarch. Hang on a second. What did you say? I said sources close to the palace and the monarch. Are you sure? Wasn't it a friend of Harry's? Or the dog? Or a really good friend in the circle? Or a former employee of the Sussexes? No. I said sources close to the palace and the monarch. Okay, then. Okay, so we have it correct. So one account explicitly reported that palace aides were permitted. Oh, so they got permission from someone. Okay, I got it. Palace aides were permitted to confirm the reunion after the Sussexes had left Highgrove. Thank you so much, Katie Nichols. Vanity Fair. Thank you. Thank you. Doesn't this remind you of something? That Sangringham meeting or something where Prince Harry writes once he left, there was a statement made with his signature on it that he did not sign, was not aware of, did not confirm, nor approved. But they did anyways. Do you see what they do? Do you see? Do you see what I see? Oh my, oh my, oh my. You see, that is not silence. That is a managed leak wearing a morning coat. The institution releases enough information to control the story, while its commentators continue warning that Harry and Meghan could not be trusted with private information. And the stupid idiot people believe it. And they call in on shows. "Oh, they should not be trusted at all. I don't trust them. They made their bed, so they should lie in it. I don't trust him. He should be executed. He went with that woman. She's Eva. She's Eva." Mm, poor you. Poor you. Your idiocy. The lack of brain matter keeps you in the dungeon filled with filth, excrement, and manure. The palace briefs, the rota publishes, the commentators speculate, and the Sussexes are blamed for the leak. As simple as that. It is the royal version of setting fire to the curtains and then accusing the neighbor of smelling like smoke. The Royal Rota has developed a remarkable optical condition. One eye can magnify every movement Meghan makes until a holiday photograph appears to threaten the stability of the monarchy. The other eye is entirely unable to focus on the conduct of William, Catherine, Charles, or Camilla. Really. You see, for them, there is always context. For them, there's always dignity, duty, always a difficult week, always a sympathetic explanation. Oh, for Meghan, there is only calculation. If she speaks, she is attention seeking. If she remains silent, she is plotting. If she attends an event, she is exploiting it. If she does not attend, she is disrespectful. If she shows her children, she is using them, to sell and push products. If she protects their faces, she is teasing the public. What is she hiding? The children are not hers anyways. If she visits Diana's family, she is appropriating Diana because she wears a black bathing suit Diana wears a black bathing suit, so she's cosplaying, of course. If she stays away, she is separating Harry from his heritage. The verdict is written before the event occurs. The event merely provides the photograph placed beneath it. My question is this: where are the great defenders of standards? Where are the broadcasters who speak endlessly about decency? Where are the royal experts who can locate disrespect in a photograph of a tree, but cannot recognize it when children are described as future enemies? They are silent because the cruelty is not a failure of this system. The cruelty is the product. It supplies the headlines. It fills the television panels. It generates the social media clips. It keeps the grievance alive for another day. So let us be very clear about what was violated here. It was not Diana's grave. The grave was not photographed. It was not the memorial. The memorial was not photographed. It was not the privacy of the royal family. The palace and its sources supplied the press with details of the private reunion. What was violated was the sanctity of his son's remembrance. That was violated, and no one is talking about that. A husband walked with his wife and children through the landscape of his mother's childhood. A little boy carried flowers. A little girl followed behind. A mother quietly captured the moment from a distance, and the British tabloid machine dragged that image through the sewer of anonymous briefing, commercial insinuation, radicalized hostility, and manufactured outrage. They did not protect the sacredness of the moment, they invaded it. They did not defend Diana's memory, they monetized it. They did not preserve the dignity of Harry's grief, they weaponized it against his wife. And then, standing ankle deep in the filth of their own creation, they pointed at Meghan and accused her of being unclean. That is the trick, my friends. That has always been the trick. Here, then, is the trick. Prince Harry does not require Rebecca English permission or anyone's permission to remember his mother. Meghan does not require the approval of a royal commentator to photograph her own family and publish it if she wants to. Prince Archie and Princess Lilibeth are not supporting characters in a dynastic feud. They are not future enemies of their cousins. They are not creatures. They are not feral. They are children. And a press that cannot distinguish between a family photograph and the desecration of a grave has forfeited its right to lecture anyone about dignity. Come on, have some decency. Leave the grave alone, leave the children alone. And for once, report what is actually in the picture, not the hatred you need to place inside it. Well, I really hope you got something out of today's main presentation. And, you know, there it is. It's done. Um, I rest my case. I've said my piece. So leave in whatever that anger and ugliness of that story where it belongs, with those who created it in the first place, right? And because this community is also about light and love and celebration, don't think I forgot. So tonight, or whenever you are watching and listening to this, um, we want to send belated birthday wishes to Connie. and to Sharon. So Connie Bomber, Sharon Agostine, who had birthdays in July, towards the end of July. Happy belated birthday. And to everyone who celebrated a birthday during the past month of July, we're already in August, can you believe it? May this new chapter bring you peace, renewed hope, and many reasons to smile. I wrote this song for you, dedicated especially to Connie and to Sharon, and to all of you who celebrated birthday this past month. Keep rising, keep glowing, keep being exactly who you are. The song I called Shine On. And after the song, we have 5,000 reasons to say thank you.
Happy birthday. Some people walk into a room and somehow bring the morning light, a smile that lifts a weary soul, a spark that makes the world feel bright.
You give your heart without a map. You stand beside the ones you love. You remind us all that courage can be gentle, strong enough.
Every candle tells a story.
Every year becomes a song.
Happy birthday, shine on,
Like the sunrise after dawn.
keep your fire burning bright, keep believing in your light. Happy birthday, heart so true,
The world is better because of you.
may every dream you've held so long become tomorrow's favorite song.
Here's to laughter shared with friends, to every lesson, every mile, to new adventures still to come, and reasons every day to smile.
No matter where tomorrow leads, may hope be waiting at each door,
May kindness always guide your steps.
and joy find you forevermore.
Raise your voices,
Raise your heart,
celebrate the beautiful journey.
happy birthday, shine on,
Like the sunrise after dawn.
keep your fire burning bright, keep believing in your light. Happy birthday, this is your day,
May love and laughter lead the way.
for everyone celebrating now.
We're singing loud.
We're singing proud.
Shine on.
Happy birthday,
Keep shining.
always.
Once again, happy belated, Connie and Sharon Agostine. Such a pleasure to have you be part of Majesty Sussex Report, and it's an honor, an absolute honor. Oh boy! So before we close, I need to take a moment to say, "Oof, oh, okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try here, okay, to say something from my heart. Majesty Sussex Report has now passed 5,000 subscribers. 5,000 people may appear to be a number on screen, but to me, it represents 5,000 acts of belief. 5,000 people who chose to listen, to return, to comment, to share, and to become part of this community. I mean, not all of them participate at the same time or comment. Some of them might even be dormant. Who knows? But it's 5,000 subscribers nevertheless. To those who have been here from the very beginning, when the channel was small and, well, it's still small, really, and a path ahead was uncertain, thank you. You believed in the work before there was any evidence that it would glow or even work at all. You stayed through the experiments, the difficult subjects, the change in formats, the imperfect moments, and the long nights. Um, you gave this channel roots. To the members of the Royal Court, your support has helped sustain far more than a YouTube channel. You have helped sustain a purpose. You have allowed me to continue doing research, creating, speaking, and standing for the truth, particularly when that truth was unpopular, or uncomfortable. Your generosity and loyalty has never been taken for granted. I want you to know that. All of you. To every new subscriber who has recently found us, bienvenue, bienvenido, welcome. You are not simply joining an audience. You are becoming part of a community that believes dignity matters, fairness matters, compassion matters, and above all, the truth matters. This milestone is deeply personal to me. Okay. Um, there was a time when I was lying in a hospital bed, and I've told this story before, feeling as though I was standing dangerously too close to heaven's gate. In moments like that, the noise of life disappears. The titles, the fears, the doubts, and the excuses fall apart. You are left with the question of whether you have truly lived, and whether you have used your voice that was given to you. When I came through that experience, I knew I could no longer allow fear to make all of my decisions, whether it's by stuttering or the way I pronounce things or my voice. I couldn't let that stop me. I had spent too much time thinking that perhaps no one cared, that I had whatever I had to say. I worried that my voice was not polished enough, that my ideas were not important enough, that my speech impediment would become a reason for people not to listen. I feared being judged, misunderstood, dismissed. But bravery is not the absence of fear. Sometimes bravery is pressing record while your hands are still trembling. Sometimes it is recording the same sentence again and again and again so that your stuttering does not turn people off until the words finally come. Sometimes it is publishing the episode even while that old voice inside you whispers that nobody will care. And then something extraordinary happens. People do care. You cared. You listened. I'm so sorry. Okay. You listened to the things I once believed no one wanted to hear. You give space to my voice. You reminded me that our imperfections do not disqualify us from purpose. Sometimes they are the very things that allow us to connect with one another more honestly. This channel has never been only about Harry and Meghan. It has become a place where we examine power, propaganda, prejudice, cruelty, and the responsibilities we have towards one another. It has also become a place where we celebrate courage, love, service, resilience, and hope. We have laughed together. We have been angry together. We have grieved, celebrated, questioned, and learned together. I will never forget the kind words you all gave me when my dad passed. I will never forget it. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And though it all, oh man, um, you have allowed me to be braver every single day a little bit more. So this milestone belongs to each and every one of us, each and every one of you, to the original subscribers, the royal court, the quiet viewers, the faithful commentators. Oh gosh, I love you all. The people who share the videos, those who defend this community, and every new person who has just arrived. You have arrived. Thank you. Even though I'm cheesy as heck. Thank you. Thank you for seeing value in this work. Thank you for believing that independent voices still matter. Thank you for reminding me that surviving was not the end of my story. It was the beginning of a new one. We are now more than 5,000 strong. And after everything it took to arrive here, I no longer believe that this journey is accidental. We are building something meaningful. One truth, one story, and one courageous conversation at a time. And the deepest place in my heart, thank you for walking this road with me. The journey continues. I give a special thanks to Royal Sussex, to Baron, who took the time to recommend this channel, who took the time to say it was worth giving Antonio a chance. Thank you, Sir Baron. And together we shine. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. May God bless you. Continue to shine. Thank you.
From a hospital room with heaven close in sight, I promised I would face my fear and finally choose the light. I wondered if my voice would matter, if anyone would stay. Then you listened, you believed, and helped me find my way. Every view, every word, every hand that carried me, you turned one trembling voice into a growing family. 5,000 strong, we shine on through every night into the dawn. You gave this voice a place to belong. 5,000 hearts, 5,000 strong. We rise together. We came at the beginning,
and those arriving new.
to every member of the royal court,
My deepest thanks to you.
you showed me fear is not the ending, and doubt is not the truth.
Sometimes all it takes is one brave step to find the strength in you. 5,000 strong, we shine on
Through every night,
into the dawn.
you gave this voice
A place to belong.
5,000 hearts.
5,000 strong.
We rise together,
Carry on,
one truth, one light.
one hopeful song.
This is our journey, this is our bond. 5,000 strong, we shine on. Thank you for believing.